Hey everybody, I'm Mac. Today we're talking about evidence for a chemical change or reaction. Something that's review is that during a chemical change, bonds break, atoms rearrange, and bonds form. Something that you should note is that mixing often accompanies a chemical reaction because that makes the chemical reaction go faster. However, mixing itself is a physical change. Okay, let's get into the evidence for a chemical reaction. First, I would like you to note that the room temperature is around 19.5 degrees Celsius. I'm going to mix a couple of chemicals and show you how during a chemical reaction, energy can be released. And you can see that clearly when I stick the thermometer in here. You can see that the temperature is going up pretty quickly. So that's an example of a chemical reaction where energy was released. Another really simple reaction where energy is released that you may be very familiar with is just burning. So that's a very common chemical reaction where heat and light is released. Then another piece of evidence for a chemical reaction is when energy is absorbed from the surroundings. So you can see pretty clearly that the temperature is going down quickly in this reaction. Yet a third piece of evidence that a chemical reaction has occurred is when a new solid forms. Notice how both of these chemicals don't look cloudy. You can see through both of them. When I mix them together, however, a new solid forms, and you can see that it suddenly becomes very cloudy, and you can actually see the pieces of the solid on the side of the test tube. A new gas could also form during a chemical reaction, and that can clearly be seen when you see bubbles. So that's pretty clear that a new gas was formed because of the bubbles. And then lastly, a color change often tells you that a chemical reaction has occurred. So I'm going to mix a couple of chemicals together, and you notice that this one is clear liquid. This one is a sort of a golden liquid. And when I mix them together, I get a pretty cool color change. Hey, thanks everybody for listening.